So obviously now we're 12 months on from your new team being put in place. What does Aveo look like today, and what have been the major achievements of the last 12 months?
Yeah, so look, it was a little bit broken, especially having gone through a good year of COVID in 2020, and leadership was lacking because they'd spent a bit of time looking for a new CEO. So they had someone in there who was manning the CEO position, but it was a bit broken when I got there. And so we did have a business plan, and we did have objectives and KPIs, and I did look at them and thought they were a little bit ambitious at the time, given the year that had preceded that. But I can now proudly sort of stand here and say, well, we finished 2021 really well. It was a really strong year for Aveo. In fact, from a sales perspective, it was the best year that Aveo has ever had. And there were 1,250 sales across the organisation for the year. That's sales settled. From a customer perspective, we finished the year with an NPS of 29, and the year before that, 29 is good, it's not great, but the year before that it was 21, right?
Yep.
And so to go from 21 to 29 in a year where, to be honest, a lot of people were locked up, maybe not so locked up, but they were restricted in terms of what they could and couldn't do, especially in, Melbourne, Sydney, not to a lesser extent, Queensland, South Australia, and Tasmania a little bit more free, but a big part of our portfolio is in Melbourne. And despite our efforts to keep people connected, we did still need to put restrictions in place to keep them safe. And so to come out of a year like that and have a 29 NPS off the back of 21, is pretty incredible.
Yeah. Those are amazing results, especially after only 12 months. Is that something you credit to the new strategy and the new team that's in place?
Yeah, I think so. Look, the availability of the team to our communities is more so than before. And so, we have invested a lot of time, between the periods of lockdowns and border closures. We did our best to get into communities. And so, the new leadership team has seen all the communities. I've seen probably 3/4 of the 90. I haven't seen all of them yet, but 60 is still a pretty decent effort when I've been quite restricted in terms of, but my leadership team has been out in communities, and not just once or twice. It's been genuine engagement. And I think that, when you go to a community and you spend, a good half a day or a day there, and spend time with resident committees, residents, genuinely hear what concerns they've got, do your best to respond to that. Like, we've still got a lot to do, don't get me wrong, but the fact that we're there and we're listening and we're trying to do better, I think that has been well received. We spent a lot of time, we have budget processes every year, and the team actually did spend a lot more time than previous years around engaging on, what escalations might look like. And so that part of the annual program was well received as well. And we are also starting to invest in our communities as well. So it's all those things, listening, being available, responding. They're basic things, but when you think about, who our customers are and their expectations, it's just those basic things that sometimes, at a corporate level we get wrong. And so when you do the basic things right, then, it does get recognised, and NPS has obviously demonstrated that.